Hey, how's things going? Hopefully you're all good. Welcome to this training video on the real reason that gay men struggle to get in shape. My name's Kyle and I'm the head coach and founder here at Progressive Coaching, where we specialize in helping gay men across the world finally achieve a body that you feel confident with. Whether that's building muscle, getting toned, getting lean, adding definition to your frame, our mission is really simple. I want you to get to a place where you love your body, where you wear your Speedos or your swim shorts and you feel really confident, where you take off your top of the beach and you don't have that anxious feeling. I want you breaking through any plateaus that you're currently going through, or if you're overwhelmed and not knowing with what to do and where to start, I want you watching this training video and going, okay, cool, I know exactly what I need to do today to begin seeing the results that I want. So what I'm gonna run you through is the real reason that gay men struggle to get in shape and what you can begin doing, the systems and the strategies that you can use from today to lose up to 30 pounds of body fat in the next 16 weeks and begin building muscle. Now, these systems that I'm gonna give you don't require you being in the gym 7 days per week. And they're the exact systems that I've used for myself to get the results that I want, and with over 300 gay men across the world as well. Now, most gay men never achieve the body that they want to, not because you don't want to, or because you haven't tried, or even because you're broken. It's because you end up focusing on the wrong things that don't guarantee you achieve the results that you want. If we take Fabian over in this top left-hand corner over here, for example, he was actually plateaued for a year before joining the team. He was working with an in-person PT. 4 months into joining us, he lost 15 pounds and done his first ever fitness photo shoot in SF. We've got Andreas in the top right-hand corner here as well. He spent years basically just adding loads of body fat on and feeling very unconfident, and then losing loads of body fat and feeling really skinny. Now, he was working with a nutritionist when he joined the team as well, but again, he'd spent years just yo-yoing between bulks and cuts, which never really achieved the results that he wanted. He's now 5 kilos heavier than when he started working with us, but leaner and more confident than he's ever been. We've got Rupert, who's very similar to the other two guys actually. He was working with a PT, but again, just spent winter gaining loads of body fat and then summer cutting every single year, and his results kind of just flatlined and they remained the same. Now, there was 1 year which he just didn't end up losing that body fat, and when he joined us he was just feeling very unconfident and lost with what to do. Now, every single one of these guys on this page, you're probably sat there going, you know, I probably see a little bit of myself in them, because every single one of them have probably struggled with something that you have right now. Or maybe they've gone through the same things that you're going through at this present moment. Now, like I was saying, they're no different to you. And the biggest thing that I see across the fitness space is you end up focusing on the wrong things. You end up avoiding, you know, going out for social events. You end up spending hours at Barry's bootcamp every single week. You end up feeling very overwhelmed and lost with what to do. You still lack confidence with your body, and you still never achieve the results that you want as well. So once you've watched this training video, I want you to be in a position where, like Joel, for example, in the bottom right, where he sent me a message of himself in his Speedos, he started the process and was like, I don't think this is gonna work for me. He kind of just accepted being in a place that he didn't like. Now, going through our systems, he's achieved a body that he feels very confident with. We've got Michael over in the top left here, who went to his partner's LGBTQ army event and everyone was complimenting him. We've got Adam, who was actually very anxious to go to the gym, and he again has achieved results that he thought was once impossible. So I want you watching this training video and going, okay, cool, I know the things that I need to focus on, and I want you having results very similar to this as well. And like I say, I'm gonna run you through how you can lose up to 30 pounds in the next 16 weeks and begin seeing the results that you want. Now, who's this training video for? So if you've watched the first few minutes and you're like, this is all great, but I don't know if I'm even applicable to this. If you've spent far too much time lacking confidence with your body, maybe you've had a holiday this year where you've taken off your top and you just really didn't like what you saw. Maybe you've spent the last couple of years looking in the mirror and not liking what was looking back at you, and you finally want to achieve a body that you want. If you've spent far too long feeling very overwhelmed or lost with what to do, both with training, nutrition, supplementation, and you've kind of just flatlined with your results. If you want to get toned, if you want to build muscle, if you want to drop stubborn body fat, and if you want to just get to a position where you finally love your body, this training is going to be exactly for you as well. Now, I wanted to run you through kind of what you can achieve by actually implementing this as well. So I'm going to run you through a couple of the guys on the team who have gone through these systems and show you what's actually possible by implementing this. So we've got Luke here from the UK. Now, Luke was a really interesting one because when he joined us, he had actually spent years training, and it was just because of COVID and injuries that he had kind of in his own words, let himself go. And when we first started working together, he was like, I just don't know what to do. I just don't feel confident in the gym anymore. I've been going, I'm just not seeing the results that I wanted. Now, he's in a position where he dropped 77 pounds in total. He wasn't going to the gym 7 days per week. He was spending 4 days in the gym. He was having weekends out with his partner. We actually spent 3 months in maintenance. And obviously you can see here a couple of the messages that he sent, and he was finally feeling very confident with what he saw in the mirror as well. We've got Blake from the US, and Blake didn't want to make this easy for us. He said to us that he wanted to get abs, he didn't want to track his calories, and he was eating out for pretty much every single meal. And again, with the right systems, the right strategies in place, he was able to drop 24 pounds, saw his abs for the first time, but more importantly, he got to a place where he kept his results forever. This photo over here, he actually wasn't working with us anymore. He sent me that and was like, hey, I'm just feeling really confident on holiday, and I wanted to share with you that I'm still keeping this progress as well. We've got Kieran from the UK. Now, Kieran is slightly different to the other two guys. He actually had just come out of a very bad breakup when he started working with us, and he wanted to finally feel like himself again. He wanted to feel confident. And again, he didn't make it easy for us though. We set a stretch target of 16 weeks doing a photo shoot. He could only train 1 hour a day. He was going out every single weekend, and he had 5 holidays in that 16-week period. Again, implementing the right systems and the right strategies, he dropped 23 pounds, felt more confident than he had in years. We've then got Ken from the US, who is pretty similar to Kieran as well. He had struggled to get in shape for years, and he was someone that was out pretty much every single weekend, but he was also traveling with work and going to social events. Now, he wanted to feel very confident for the Atlantis Gay Cruise that he was going to. And again, he dropped 15 pounds going through our systems, sent over these messages where he was on the beach feeling very confident with his body. And also he knows Blake as well. So kind of when they saw each other, they're like, wow, you've made some great progress. We've then got Rohan from Ireland, who is kind of different to all of these guys. Now, he just wanted to feel good with his body again. He'd spent years just yo-yoing, and kind of every time he would lose weight, he would gain it all back again. And one of the big things that he said to me when he joined the team, he was like, I just don't know what to focus on. I don't know what to do. And again, going for our systems, he's dropped 46 pounds so far. He's actually got his abs starting to come through now as well. And he's understanding how to stay in shape forever as well. So you think, okay, cool, this is all great, but you know, who even are you? Who's Kyle? Like, why should I listen to you? Now, I've actually been through my own journey. I've been training now for over 10 years. And the reason I got into fitness was pretty simple. I hated the way that I looked. I had no confidence. I was very anxious as well at the time. I didn't like taking off my top. Whenever I went on holidays with my friends, I would always compare myself to everyone else. I would always look around and think that everybody else was in better shape than me. And I kind of just ended up wearing, stringers or vest tops or even, full sleeve tops to cover up while I was on holiday as well. Being transparent, I preferred a night out and good food over the gym every single day. But the most important thing is I had no idea on how to fix this. I spent 5 years making no progress. I spent 5 years training 7 days per week and not seeing the results that I want, which is why I tell you, you don't need to be training 7 days a week to achieve the body that you want. Now, going through the systems that I'm gonna give you, I ended up being in a position where I'd done my first ever fitness photo shoot. I gained 44 pounds, I've lost 44 pounds, and I've overcame being skinny fat. I'm actually now 10 pounds heavier than when I started this journey, holding a lot more muscle mass as well. And more importantly, I finally built a body that I feel confident with. I can go to the beach and I can take off my top, and not in an arrogant way, but I don't hate how I feel anymore. This all led to me building progressive coaching. And so far, it's probably more now when you're watching this video, but we've helped over 300 gay men across the world love how they look. And here's just a few photos from some of the shoots that we've done as well. Now, one of the most important things here, you'll notice that every body shape is very different. And the reason for that is every single one of these guys achieved a body that they wanted. And I think that's so important, is you need to achieve results that you want, that make you feel confident as well. So we've got guys that are shredded. We've got guys that are holding a little bit more body fat. We've got guys that are holding more muscle mass. Really simply, I want you getting to a place where you love how you feel. And I want you understanding, like we did with these guys, how to manage social events, not avoid them. I want you understanding what to do in the gym with your nutrition, with your training. I want you understanding how to get in shape and how to stay in shape forever as well. So how this all correlates to you and the reason you're not seeing the results that you want, like I've said already, it isn't because you don't want to get in shape. It isn't because you haven't tried achieving the body that you want. It's because you don't know the right things that you need to be focusing on. You don't know what to do with your nutrition. You don't know what to do in the gym to get the results that you want. You let social events, holidays, and weekends ruin your progress. You lack direction, and you don't know when to make changes. You have an over-reliance on fitness classes and you spend hours in Barry's boot camps, Orange Theories, Soul Cycles, and wonder why you're not seeing the results that you want. So what you want to do instead, and the things that you need to begin focusing on, is you need an easy, repeatable system that you can begin to follow. You need something which you can stick to longer term. You need something which isn't going to restrict you from the things that you love, because anything that restricts you from the things that you love is never going to be sustainable long term. We need your nutrition and your training to complement each other. We need to understand how to manage social events and holidays and not avoid them. You need direction. You need a bit more clarity. And you need confidence that you're on the right path as well. So like I've said to you already, my goal is really, really simple. I want to help as many men across the world love how they look without giving up Barry's boot camps, without needing to be in the gym 7 days per week, without having to give up your social events as well, which is part of the reason that I've put together this training video, so you can achieve a body exactly like these guys over here. And these are just a few of the guys that we've helped across the world. So what I want you to start doing today, there's gonna be a few phases that you need to follow in order to get you to a position where you lose 30 pounds in the next 16 weeks and begin building muscle as well. So phase one, this is gonna be toning. This is where you're gonna drop any body fat that you're currently carrying. This is gonna be the number one part of the process. If you are in a position right now where you are holding any body fat that you don't like, this is where we need to get rid of that body fat. We need to add more cardio in. We need to drop your food a little bit further. We need to make sure that we've got the foundation to your longer term journey. Phase two is what I call sculpting. This is where we're going to reverse diet. This is where we're going to focus on getting you eating a little bit more food and really honing in on certain areas of your physique. So let's say, for example, you want to build that chest or build the arms. This is where we're going to really start to define those. And then the third phase is building. And there's two ways that we can approach this. We can either maintain, or we can go for a position where we're bulking and cutting. But all of this leads you to a place where you kind of keep your results forever as well. Now, what I want you to really focus on is, instead of avoiding social events, I actually want you to manage them. And there's a few ways that we can do this. We can use calorie banking, for example, where we know if we're going out on the weekend and we're having 5 drinks, we can factor those 5 drinks into the week ahead and we can take calories away from Monday to Friday. Or I want you using strategies on the day where you pull away your carbohydrates and then you also have a little bit more space going into the evening. I want you to start to be a little bit more proactive with social events rather than just avoiding them or going all out and allowing them to ruin your progress as well. I want you to use maintenance phases. Now, these are going to be really, really important for your longer term journey. Because if you sort of set out to just achieve body fat loss, you are going to set yourself up for failure. I want you to map out the next 6 to 12 months in your calendar and go, okay, cool, I'm going to be pushing really aggressively from this point to this point. I'm then going to take my foot off the gas for 2 to 4 weeks while I enjoy this holiday. I'm then going to go into a bit of a building phase over here. It allows you to run push and pull cycles and not kind of hate the process as well. And the most important thing by doing this is you avoid the biggest mistakes that gay men make, where they go too hard, too quick. How many times have you spoken to a friend who's like, hey, I'm starting my fitness journey and I'm going to be going to the gym 7 days per week? You don't expect change too quickly as well, because you're now thinking about this process as a bit of a longer term journey. You're not thinking about getting in shape in the next 2 weeks. You don't avoid social events or holidays. You actually start going to these and you still have a good time with your friends. And it also creates something which, again, you can stick to. You don't rely on Barry's boot camps or F45 or your Soul Cycle sessions. And you don't get stuck doing the same thing every single week. Again, you're probably listening to this and going, okay, cool, this is all great, but why should I even begin doing this? Because there's a big cost to not making these changes. If you don't make the changes that you want, and this is not me telling you that you have to look a certain way, you will lack confidence for a long time. You will have low energy levels and fatigue, and you'll wake up tired every single day. You'll be frustrated about all of the work that you're putting in and not seeing the results that you want, which will then affect your relationships. It will affect you. It will affect even your work life, for example. The amount of guys that we've worked with who have then got promotions and gone in for new jobs because they just feel more confident with their body as well. And I'm sure all of this is something that you're not willing to settle for. I'm sure you don't want to be feeling these things every single day. Now, I've got a couple of options for you that we can run with from here. If you've watched this training video and you're like, I love everything that you've spoken about, and you want me to show you how you can begin implementing these into your own plan and you want to understand exactly how this TSB-4 method will work for you, I've left my call booking link down below. Now there's two ways that we can run this call. Either one, we can jump on and just map out a bit of a game plan for your sort of fitness plan, or number two, if you want us to take away the thinking from you, we can obviously have a conversation around coaching. But I've left my link down below for you to book in a call. Number two, if you want a little bit more information but you don't want to jump straight to a call on anything that we do here, so that will run you through the coaching, run you through exactly how we would get you into the position that you want to get to as well. I've left a link down below for you to click onto. That will take you to a separate page which will just give you a little bit more information on the coaching as well. So it's been awesome speaking with you today. I hope you've got some value from this video. Any questions, you know where to find me, and I really do hope that you begin implementing this today so you can start to achieve a body that you want as well. If you've booked in a call, I will see you on the other side. Looking forward to catching up with you on that call as well.